Welcome back to Time Out with GC right here on channel 263. My following guest, you can call her a canvas of art, or her body is a canvas because she's covered not from head to toe, but she's got very interesting tattoos. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You are a tattoo artist, a professional tattoo artist. I know that your story is very interesting, but you're now on your own. Black Rose Tattoos. Tell me more.
Yes, it's been a dream of mine for years to go on my own, and I just felt this year was time. So in May I went out on my own, and I am now Black Rose Tattoos.
Now, the reason why I have Tarnia on the show is because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, or Cancer Awareness Month. You do amazing work over the years that you have given back to so many women who are going through cancer, such a difficult time in their life, but you've given them confidence.
I try. I do try. Yeah. I believe that everybody has a gift, and we have to be able to use it to give back one way or the other. And I'm doing my best to give back the best way I know how.
Now, for a woman going through cancer, it's the unknown. It's the unknown of whether I will beat the disease. And sadly, sometimes someone does not. But what you're doing for a woman who discovers that she has cancer, she loses her breast, no nipple area, eyebrows, for example. Tell me about the process.
Okay, so there's various stages of the cancer, and when these women go through the chemotherapy, it's quite a long process as well. As a woman, I know that, and I've been in the beauty industry before I went into tattooing, so I know how important it is for women to feel good. I think once we look good, we feel good, and that kind of affects our performance during the course of the day. And also as mothers, we want to look healthy for our kids. We always try to show this other side of ourselves that absolutely nothing wrong with me. So I've started doing permanent makeup about almost 14 years ago. And during the chemotherapy treatments, I can see when the client, I've worked for quite a while with them, so I can see when the client is healthy enough or his skin can handle the permanent makeup. And I kind of take it in stages. It started off with me doing it as a job, and then I started doing the permanent makeup. And first stage they pay for, and I realized that during chemotherapy and operations, the pigmentation kind of fades over the session. And I decided that if this is now my client, I will continue doing her treatments, whether it's years from now, with no charge. So it's just become part of something I do.
Why no charge?
Sure. I think working with these people, I work so closely with a lot of these clients, and I've become friends with all my clients. I've lost so many clients, I've lost so many friends. Yeah, most of my tattoos on my one arm is what I call a memorial tattoo, the whole side. So you get so close to these women, and they share their stories, they share everything they're going through with you. And when they leave your place, they're leaving so happy. You know, they're feeling confident. You kind of almost see this, jump, back in their walk, and they walk out with a smile. And for me, that is so rewarding. And I know the treatment itself is extremely expensive. And I just feel like if they've got to deal with that kind of payment, they need help somewhere. So I'm willing to offer that service.
My guest this week on Time Out with GC is tattoo artist and permanent makeup artist Tarnia Arendse. It is October, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're talking about tattooing and how you can assist those who are going through cancer. Tarnia, this moment right now and talking about permanent makeup, it sounds very personal to you, very close to your heart. Why?
Well, it started a while ago. My grandmother passed away from breast cancer.
What is your grand's name?
Bethany.
Auntie Bethany.
Auntie Bethany. I think it's called Anna Bethany or something. I don't know, the Indians got funny ways of calling it. And I think it's seeing how my father reacted to her passing, because she was extremely young. She was in her 40s. I never got to know.
That's a very young age.
I didn't get to meet her. I was unfortunately one of the grandkids that didn't get the privilege of meeting her. But just knowing how my father dealt with it, and even at his age, how hard it was for him, yeah, it became really personal to me.
It's such an uplifting moment for someone to be able to get confidence, especially if they're going through cancer. And you've, as you said, you've lost a few friends along the way, and you've worked closely with patients. For someone watching right now and they're thinking, maybe this is something I can do as to get that confidence back, what does it entail?
Okay, so I think there's a lot of women out there that's pretty nervous about the process. Is it painful? Will it look natural? Some of the few questions I get. And also a lot of women are very shy to show their bodies, even to the tattoo artist. I'm like, you got to take it off. I've got to see what I'm working with. And being a woman, I completely understand the insecurities. So we use anesthetic. That's the first thing. We use anesthetic. It's fairly numb. Sometimes after operations, the clients don't even feel that area. I usually use a photo, or sometimes they got one nipple area ready, and I kind of duplicate what I see on the other side. It's a slow process. It's a lot of blending of colors to get it 100% correct. But just watching them stand in front of the mirror with, excited, like now I can take my clothes off in front of my husband, which is quite sad that they feel this way because it's not something they asked for, So, wow, it makes me extremely happy to see a woman smile and look in the mirror, and yeah, it's an easy process, and the process on its own takes about maximum of an hour. That's with anesthetics in between.
And you're qualified to give the anesthetic.
The, the anesthetic I use is a local anesthetic, so it's something we can get over the counter. The clients always like to know, can they take it before they come to me?
Is it a cream injection?
It's a cream. It's anything with the AIN, so it's anything, Remicade, Emla, just the basic anesthetics that works quite well. There is stronger anesthetic, but usually in that area I know for sure that it's almost completely numb already. So this is just to give them a little bit more comfort. So it's a cream we put on, 20 minutes, and then we start working.
So the tattoo that you do as to the scarring of the breast or no nipple area, does it look real? How do you cover it up? Does it look like 3D? Yeah.
We do 3D. We do 3D nipples. It's all about shading and blending of pigmentation. And yeah, we try and make it look as 3D as possible, as real as possible. Most of the time, if a woman's standing in front of me, you wouldn't know if it's real or if it's not. So it's just, I think most people are just afraid of taking that step. But yeah, I think once they meet me, we go through the list, the consent forms, we chat a bit. They usually end up being a little bit comfortable. And yeah, it's a process we go through together. I think once they know that they're not in it alone, it's a us thing, it's not a you thing, So I go through everything they're going through as well with them when they're going through the treatments.
And when you're done with we call it artwork, knowing that you've covered up the scars, you've created a new nipple, what goes through your mind as a tattoo artist?
I just like to think of myself as not just a tattoo artist. I'm a woman. I'm a mom, most importantly. And yeah, just giving back, I think, is what's the most rewarding for me.
My guest this week is Tarnia Arendse. She's a makeup artist and a permanent makeup artist. We are creating awareness for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which takes place in October. So what I've done now already is that we've done the skin transfer, which we are doing a tattoo right here. If you can see, this is actually a ribbon, and on there is the word hope. So with me is my guest, Tarnia Arendse, and she's going to start the tattooing. First of all, for any procedure, it's all about cleanliness. It's got to be hygienic. Talk me through what is done.
Okay, so what we do is we cover everything with the cling wrap. Not necessarily so that we don't transfer germs to anybody else if we're working in a studio. So everything has to be clean, everything has to be disposed of correctly. There's methods of how we dispose of everything. We use gloves at all times. Step away from the station, we use new gloves. Even our power supply, everything is covered. Just to avoid any pathogens and yeah.
All right, so we're going to start the tattoo. You've never ever had a tattoo done. I've got quite a few though, which is all symbolic for myself. So this is the ribbon with the word hope. And as I said before we went on an ad break, it's all about remembering those that have sadly lost their lives through cancer or those who are battling cancer. So we're going to start the procedure. But tell me about Black Rose Tattoo. That is Black Rose Tattoos. It is your studio in downtown Cape Town.
Black Rose Studio Black Rose Tattoo Studio is based inside downtown Barbers. It's a shop in Bree Street, 4 Bree Street. We're based in Portside Building.
Yep.
So what I'm doing, I have a small studio with inside the barber shop.
So you're going to have your hair cut and then have a tattoo done at the same time while you're waiting?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly the point.
All right, so if you are concerned about having a tattoo done, I can tell you this, it's actually not that painful. It's like little needles going through or on your skin all the time. I've had a few done. The very first time I had it done was extremely symbolic. I was nervous as anything. They say sometimes the tattoos are addictive, Tanya.
I know some people like to use the word addictive. I just think once people get past the first stage of nervousness and knowing exactly what it feels like, they're comfortable to doing their next and the next, because remember, tattoos is something that is an emotional thing. When we're going through something or we experience something, we tend to want to remind ourselves of what we're going through, whether it's a past loved one or whether it's just a happy memory. So we like to mark it on our bodies.
You yourself, I mean your entire body, when I started the interview, to say that it is a canvas of your personality or your life.
Yes, every single tattoo I have represents something or someone. And like I said, the one side of my body is everybody I've worked with, everybody I've lost. People that passed in war, cancer. I kind of have something for everybody who's gone through some kind of trauma. That's just to remind myself that I need to be humble at all times.
Yep.
And kindness, everybody's going through something, so that is just my reminder that I have to always be mindful of everybody.
So for the very first time, I'm actually doing an interview while being tattooed. It's actually really cool to do this. All right, so this year for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, you are doing another activation, and that is to raise awareness because of breast cancer and then to raise funds too.
Yes, so the plan this year is to have an event at the studio. I thought this year we've got a nice big venue, and I think we have to use the full venue. What I'm going to try and do is raise funds for someone in need, because I know the treatments itself is extremely expensive.
Yeah, some people even come out of the greater Cape Town to come to Cape Town, and then they have to live, accommodation, stay with someone, etc. Yeah?
Exactly, and there's a lot of people that actually can't afford the treatments itself. I mean, we're all struggling, but the treatments are extremely expensive, and my goal is just to be able to, I can't help everyone, but I can try and help one person, and I think it's like the butterfly effect, the ripple effect, and hopefully everybody else would also, and other studios could do the same thing, perhaps raise funds and help someone else. That way is one way to help everybody long term. So I'm going to be doing an event at the studio. We're going to have someone come in and teach the young ladies or gents, because something
Men also have breast
men
cancer,
also get breast cancer. So I think a lot of people tend to forget that, to teach them how to do testing at home, just so they have an idea. Okay, there's something not right here. They can feel at home, do the test at home, something not right, and from there they can go for the mammogram, because I know mammograms itself is extremely expensive. So the idea is to raise awareness, and also for people to socialize, and people who's gone through this speak about it with other people, because I think that's what's very important. A lot of people are not sharing their stories, they're not sharing what they're going through, they're going through it on their own, and I just think will be a nice way to network.
So the other promotion that you're also running through October is to have a small ribbon done in remembrance of someone or for breast cancer. What's the cost of these tattoos, and where's the money? As you said, the money is going to someone who needs it, going through chemo, going through treatments.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to be charging 500 in a tattoo. There'll be a choice of 2 options, the Hope option and just the plain ribbon. They can have it in pink or whichever color, because I know there's various kinds of cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every ribbon represents a different color and a different cancer, so they have a choice. And all that funds would be going to, I have to pay my staff, and everything else that we do make from that will be going towards the person I choose to assist or to help.
You were saying earlier in the interview that cancer and getting involved in cancer and awareness is a special or means as a significant moment for you in your life because of your grand that passed away.
Yes, I know my grandmother went through breast cancer. Unfortunately, they didn't have all the available treatments that they do have now. She unfortunately had both the breasts removed, and it got to a stage where my father always told me about how she almost died. The way she dealt with it was because she lost a breast and she couldn't look at herself, and how she felt when she lost a breast was also just as traumatic for her as the actual illness itself.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuck with me. And yeah, so I try to assist where I can.
All right, so Black Rose Tattoo or Black Rose Studio Tattoo, you'll find them in Cape Town, Bree Street. They also have a barber shop over there. Tarnia, how can people get hold of you if they'd like to have a tattoo done, would like to donate or get involved in your project through raising awareness through Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
Okay, so I am open to sponsorships. I'm open to any form of donations. They can contact me via my Facebook page, which is Tarnia Arendse, or they can contact me via Instagram, or my cell number, which I'm sure you would forward later.
We'll put all the details on the screen. As you can see, I'm having a ribbon done. This is in remembrance of those who sadly lost their lives due to cancer, or those who are battling cancer. You yourself can get involved in this amazing project, and that is through Black Rose Tattoos. You'll find them at Downtown Barbers in Bree Street in Cape Town. The details for Tarnia Arendse we'll put on the screen, but get involved. Do your bit. It's only 500 Rand. It is a plea, but it's a great campaign. Think of those that are going through cancer, those who are battling, those who have lost a loved one, or those who are sadly coming to the end of their life due to cancer. But it's making a difference. It's giving back, and through this amazing campaign, through Black Rose Tattoos, you can make a difference. You can help someone out there. Tarnia Arendse, thank you so much, man. This is going to look awesome, and thank you for the wonderful work that you do through your tattoo parlor and the work that you do as a tattoo artist.
Thank you, Gertrude.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Time Out with GC. A repeat, Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. from all of us at Time Out with GC. Do your bit for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Like I did, get yourself a tattoo. Till next time, goodbye.